It's your boy Leo Fade, and welcome to the Straight Faded Podcast. And today I got a special guest. She's a radio host. She goes by the name of Mary Alice. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Straight
Good,
Faded?
good. You happy 420?
Happy 420. I'm already faded, so I'm happy to be here.
We faded right here at the Straight Faded.
Faded at Faded's house. So, what's up, you guys? It's Mary Alex, straight from the radio show live. I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you.
For those that don't know, she's a radio host at iHeartRadio, right?
Well, actually, we are on iHeartRadio. We used to be on 1580 AM, which used to be owned by KDAY. A lot of people don't know that.
See, now that's interesting. KDAY, I remember that.
Yeah, KDAY. It's KDAY's everybody.
So it was like the replacement, or what is it?
Well, we bought it after KDAY, and that was the cool thing about it was we did get everybody's fans. We got KDAY's fans, so we came in with independent music, and we just decided to run that station. Obviously, everybody left. A lot of people left with KDAY because who doesn't love KDAY?
Yeah, I remember KDAY, and it's a
Yeah.
big radio station.
Yeah. But a lot of people who loved KDAY also loved us, so it was good. We did get a lot of KDAY's fans as well.
Yeah, we're talking that this is like your debut. You're coming back.
Yes, I'm coming back. It's been 2 years since since I've really done anything.
Where you been?
In the abyss. Honestly, I've been busy. I've been working on myself, just trying to like figure it all out because it takes a lot of work. I mean, you go through things in your life and you're like, well, I don't want to do this no more, I don't want to do
So you feel like quitting at some point, or
not quitting, just wanting to explore more parts that make me happy. So I'm always gonna be Radio Mary. I'm always gonna be fun Mary, Radio Mary. I'm always gonna do podcasts and shows. I'm always gonna sing and write poetry. I'm always gonna do crazy shit, But
for those that don't know, she's been doing it for almost 10 years, right? You've been in the
more probably more.
Oh yeah, you were telling me like 5, like.
Well,
Almost
I was
15?
hosting for a long time.
What does that mean?
Like I was like, I was just like little brat, like trying to be like, well, I want to be in the hip hop scene, like I want to be creative, yo quiero ser alguien, like I want to be somebody, I want to change the world.
And
Like,
what
well,
made you go to radio or like?
well, first I wasn't even in radio. I was at independent hip hop shows, doing shows for free, talking about, it's Mary Alex. Next person coming up is,
Also, those type of hosting are presenting.
yeah, like at shows. I did Kush Harvest. I did a lot of like independent shows. There's a lot of people who know Young Baka, Black Books and Rhyme Books, like all these different shows. Like I did, and there are many at the Airliner, different places around LA too. So I've been hosting, and I don't know. I always had stage fright, but then one time I hosted this crazy show in Long Beach for Snoop Dogg, and some guy came up to me and he was like, "I want you to interview for my show. Like, I want you to be a radio personality." He's like, "You have a great voice." And I was like, well, okay. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. At that time, I was young. I was like 22, 23? 23 years old. Like, what do I do with my life? I'm coming from sobriety of doing hardcore drugs. I don't want to be nobody. I come from poverty. I never really had much in my life. I don't want to fucking be a drug addict, low life.
So you think those were like factors that made you kind of quit what you were doing, or you were
Absolutely.
dealing with more stuff?
At that time, it was between, oh, I'm getting more into the scene. I'm doing more drugs, but then it was like, no, I need to stop this. I do want to be this. I do want to be this creative, loving person. So I was like, all right, well, fuck those drugs. And I'm going to take it to the fucking, I'm going to strive for that shit. So I was like, fuck it. Boom. Hop on this shit. I went to go do interview, right? And he was like, well, what are you going to talk about? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I see him andaba todo pendeja. Like, I don't know. And he was like, what do you fucking mean you don't know? Like, you're not the same person I met. Like, show me what the fuck you're about. Show me what you do, you know? And I was like, all right, I'm Mary and da 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 da, and I started making them laugh and making jokes, and yeah, the eso pensé. He was like, okay, I want you to come. I want you to come to my show. But you don't get paid.
How you took
It's an
that? Like,
internship.
did it matter? Yeah, I was saying, did it matter to you, or you took it like learning,
I
learning
was like,
experience?
well, I ain't gonna do drugs and be on the street. Why not?
So you
Why
think
not? Why not be in $1 million studio, meeting $1 million people and $1 million opportunities?
do you think that saved your life, pretty much, like type of shit?
Who's to say anything about saving life? Because there's a lot of shit along the line I've been through that I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna survive this, you know? And
Yeah,
I end up surviving it. So at the time, yes, it did save my life because I felt like, I had a family member deep into alcoholism and drugs. So watching that person and a lot of my tios and people being drunk all the fucking time and seeing like just the vibe it brings, it was just like, I don't know if I want to be that person.
well, what do you feel like you want to be now, or like where do you see yourself going? Because you're coming back to the
It's been a long
industry.
time, when I left because I was again going through something that I felt was important, which was I feel like every adult should find, which is loving themselves.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's more important with between men and women. Like, and this is some real shit between men and women. I feel like loving yourself is important. So I felt like I was like, well, fuck music, fuck interning, fuck radio, fuck. You guys aren't finding me. So I need to leave you guys right now because you guys are always gonna be here. The shows, the people who create, we're
Yeah.
always gonna be here. We're always gonna create. So I know that anytime I want to come back to the studio's gonna always love me. Cause that's where I love to be. But when I don't love me, I don't love the studio.
Then that's crazy because I've seen that the radio, you could hear them in Florida and Ohio, like different states. Type.
The crazy part is like I've done so much in the world. I've done tours. I've done beyond the things that people think that, wow, she's a superstar. She does this. She marries this, marries that. No, I'm not happy here.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
fun.
that's some real shit. Like for real. Like how do you handle that? Like
It's a lot. It's like
yeah.
marry Alex, marry Alex, marry Alex, marry Alex. Like I don't want to be Mary Alex. I want to be Mary.
So Mary Alex, your persona type, you could say,
Okay,
for
so
the
like,
radio.
well, my last name is Alexanian because I'm Armenian.
Yeah, right. I thought you were Mexican.
It's because I love Mexican culture. The thing about Mexican culture is like you guys, something about fuck it, something about Mexicans, like
No,
them
but
Mexico. I feel Mexican. It's weird. I know it's weird. It's like
and it's crazy too because you were talking the Spanish like you were like fluently. So that's why like, oh she's probably Mexican.
all my friends are Mexican. Like all my friends, I go dance banda all the time. Like that's my favorite type of dance. I can dance salsa, merengue, anything, anything. I can dance anything. I grew up dancing. My passion was dancing.
So where like you come from? Like you were from Armenian or where
No, well, okay, so I'm American, but my dad's Armenian and my mom's Salvadorian. She came here when she was like, I think 17. She looked like this like hot hippie woman, like just long black hair, short little top, like flare pants, a straight disco vibes. And I guess my dad had a like. She said my dad was freaking cute. She's like, y ese hombre, él, ay, and she has a voice to her. Puchicabo, tu papa, like the way she speaks, And I was like, okay. She said my dad was handsome. They met, and they met at a disco, and they had fun, and she had me and my brother.
But like, where you come, like, what city you?
I grew up in Highland Park.
Where?
In Highland Park.
Where's that at? Like,
Like by
okay.
Echo Park,
Oh,
Boyle
LA.
Heights. So I grew up in Highland Park by Franklin High School on Avenue 54. We used to have
Damn.
a liquor store in the back of well, it was like Franklin High School right here, and then it was like the houses, and there was like this liquor store. We would ride our bikes and get like the little hot Cheeto bags for like 25 cents. They were like 25 cents back in the day.
How was it back then?
I liked it. I loved Highland Park back in the day. I'm not. I know I fool around and I'm like, oh, Highland Park's all gentrified now, but it's like the world's changing. We need to appreciate that. We need to learn that because I heard something the other day. It was like we need to listen to our kids as our kids need to listen to us because they're growing up in a new world and we want to learn that new world.
And that's what I was thinking too. That's some crazy shit. Cause like me myself, I get
Uh-huh.
into my thoughts, and I was thinking the same thing. Cause I got kids, so like I'm trying to understand them so they could understand me. So then I was thinking those days what you were saying. Like I know they got something they could tell me in their way that I can't see, and I could teach them something that maybe I haven't taught when I was little. I could
Right.
teach them.
If you just listen.
Yes,
Bro, if
listen.
you just listen to your kids,
Yeah.
listen to your freaking kids. When they're talking to you, listen to them because we don't listen to them. You know why? Because our parents didn't listen to us.
Well, we don't really listen to nobody. We don't got like that instruction, that blueprint to follow somebody. We kind of like on our own. We're learning as we go.
I mean, for me, our parent, like for my, like where I grew up, our parents were always working two, three jobs. We barely saw our parents. If
Yeah.
anything, the people we grew up with, some of our lame teachers and some of our cool teachers, the after school program, and the homies that we grew up with, you know? But
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than that,
That's true. Now that I
like
think
we
about it.
didn't really, and that's why it's important. Like, listen to your kids. Like, so, I have kids too, and like, sometimes when they tell me something, like, they'll be like, well, they don't listen to me. Like, well, you can tell me. And I'll dilate it down. Like, what is she really trying to tell me? Like for instance, my daughter, right now, she's trying to trick me. She's trying to trick me, like, I don't know what happens in middle school. I don't know how mean kids can be and how I got bullied my whole life, bro. So she was talking to me. She was like, kids can be so mean. And I really knew what she was saying.
No, she didn't tell you like straight up, but
Nah,
yeah, yeah.
because I'm not gonna go to my mom. Don't move me, oh mom. Like,
Yeah.
but like in life, I'm getting bullied all day long, and I hate life. And I'm like, I don't want to be here, and I don't want to be there because the shit that's happening in my house is just fucked up. It's happening in my school, but now my kids don't have to deal with that. So I want my kids to know that they could talk to me. Like, you don't have that life now. You need to be able to communicate.
Exactly. I think that's a major key for anything, the communication, like with anybody, even not even with kids, but even like
Because I'm
women.
fucking stubborn. Like me, I'm like, don't fucking talk to me. I'm mad. Déjame en paz. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of us are like that, especially in our era, because that's what we seen from the people we grew up around. They're always angry. They don't want to deal with shit. Yeah. Andale. Do your own thing.
What do you think is that?
Their parents and their parents.
Tradition, like.
We work so freaking hard for 2 cents. It's a society. It's the way we grow up. The society wants us to all work for money. When the fuck are we gonna work for happiness and love and just be cool and everybody grow their own crops and make their own food and do what you gotta do and we just have a freaking happy family? Because that's not the way the world works. If everything's happy and cool, you're gonna fucking learn your lesson. Is he gonna learn the lesson? Am I gonna learn my lesson? Fuck no, we're all just gonna be crazy people.
What do you think of today's society?
Scary.
So,
Very scary. Very scary.
To get deeper, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you.
You know what? I'm scared of it because we're legalizing weed and we're subtracting tobacco age, like taking out all the menthols out. Like, I feel like we're dumbing down for another dumb down. Does that make sense? Like, I'm happy 420. I smoke weed. Got it. But I don't want my kids smoking weed. You know why? You're legalizing weed. You're giving all our children access to more fucked up shit than picking up a fucking book and learning how to communicate. Learning how to sit down at the dinner table and be like, "Hi, my name is so and so. I go to school for this. I do this or I do," versus here we are back again. Did you see this funny video? You know, like it's all day. Don't get me wrong, like there's visual learners. Like me, I'm a visual learner. I love to learn by swiping, but it's like I don't want to be stuck like that all day.
Yeah, but I feel like we're the one that have to change that what you call it,
A
like a curse.
cycle. Yeah, the
That
cycle.
exactly. We're the one that breaking those. We have to now type of shit, you know.
So
'Cause
like do you do things like with your friends or like people around you to like inspire them like, all right, everybody put your tablet down. You know, like
nah, but that's just sad. That's just sad because everybody's always on their phone. Like I feel like even when I go out, when after there's my free time, for example, like I go out and everybody's still on the phone. And I'm just like, I could have been working right here doing a podcast or something, working on myself type of shit, you know, like my thing. Why I'm gonna go out with? You're gonna be on your phone, like just text me or something. I'll reply to you when I get to you, you know, or kind of like waste of time.
no, you know what's funny? We you know, I got something new going on that when I go to the bathroom, I leave the phone and we take a book. Like that's what's going on in my house right now.
What do you mean?
Like everybody in my house, like what we're doing is we're dropping the phone when we go to the restroom. 'Cause that's our thing. Like the restroom's what we call the office, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's where we go do our smother. And like, then we come back and we're like, we're just chilling, you know? Like doing our thing. But like, I feel like that whole, like, starting to change it. So now everybody in my house, we put our phone down. Everybody, put your phone down. You take a book, and sometimes it's funny because we'll be at war in the house.
Damn.
Like, I know you're not taking that phone to the restroom. Take a
Right.
book, you know, and we'll start laughing and fucking around. So like,
No, but it be like that. Like, well, me, I don't like spending too much in the restroom as it is.
mhm.
I feel hot and whatever. Sometimes could be like, yeah. So I'm like, I just want to do my thing and get out. I don't really want to be on my phone.
Melting,
Yeah, there's people that not like for a time they say like 20, 30 minutes and like just on their phone.
dude. I do that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm like, I'd rather do that outside freely. Why in the bathroom type of shit? You know, it's like,
I just like the bathroom. It makes me feel secure, and I'm just like,
oh, so you
oh,
like being like close?
yeah, I have a lot of anxiety, so I like. Everybody calls me MIA because I'm always missing. It's like, where's Mary? Like, God, she's gone again. Like, here we go. Has anybody seen Mary? You know, like, I'll do a whole bunch of shows and bullshit for a long time. And then people will be like, well, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing? Like, again, like, this whole, like, being here after 2-3 years, like, it's crazy.
And why might you come back? Or like keep it pushing?
You.
Damn, son.
No, on some real shit. Like, I've been in the scene so much. There's not that many people that motivate me. That crazy?
Damn, that's better than. And I'm gonna tell you too, you're one of the people that motivate me, and not to the extent you're like how or whatever, but I brought you because I knew you've been on it for a while. I've been seeing you for a long time, you know. So I'm like, I could just imagine what your struggles, because music wise, I struggle. I do photography too. I do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I saw you do a lot of shit too. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I know she has a story like what she disappeared type of shit. You were gone for two years,
Yeah.
and then you were like, oh, I'm coming back. I'm like, oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah, my sister passed away.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Sorry for your
she.
loss.
I don't really talk about this, and this is crazy because I don't even know between me and my family. Like, I don't think they would ever see this podcast. Like my sisters, I got two other sisters and a brother and my mom and my other sister, and I don't think they would ever see this. And the reason why is because it's hard. She overdosed. She died. She passed away. She overdosed. I won't get into the details, but that's very serious. So I think when that happened, I was like, "The fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, I want to do more. I've done music for 10 years. I've done hip hop for 10 years. I've done everything for 10 years. What else do I want to accomplish in life?" My sister is gone in one day. I don't ever get to see her say I love you. I don't ever get to see her hugs. The worst part is like it's always that fucked up story. I was so mean to her before she passed away. So it's like this. I can't sit here and let her life go to waste. Like now I'm going to live this world for you and for me. Now I'm going to make sure I survive. There's days when she passed away. I was like, there's days still now where I'm like, I'm not doing this. I don't know who Mary Alex is. This person that you see, I don't know who she is. Never met her in my fucking life. It's crazy, right?
Nah,
You're
so
sitting next to her and you're like, I'm so inspired by you. But this is, again, like the bounce off. I'm losing my light, and maybe God, in a way, saw that, and He sees someone who wants to strive in that direction, and I'm giving up so easy because of some pain. I'm like, my sister's gone. Like,
no,
I
sorry
don't
for
want
the
to
loss,
just
man.
do this.
That's crazy too. That's super crazy too. Cause that's what I be in my thoughts lately. Like thinking like quitting type of shit. Like what for what? Like I feel like we could get lost ourselves.
You
And
can.
then I feel like I was able to like what am I doing? Like I really gotta keep it going somehow. Like keep it pushing. And that's what I was saying. Like my pocket kind of started like that. Like I was going through some depression, and I used it kind of like to express more and to let all talk their stories. Cause I know I'm not the only one. I'm not gonna sit down and make it bad for myself. Cause like everybody goes through shit, but not everybody gets to tell it.
But sometimes it's good to feel bad for yourself. Sometimes it's good to reflect off of that. And yeah, it's also good to tell other people's story. Like, no one's ever asked my story. This whole game I've been, no one's ever sat me down and been like, Mary, what did you go through to get here? That's like when you were asking me, I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Who's this dude? And then I was going through your shit and I was like, he's really I like his work. I like what he's doing. I like the message he's taking out to the world.
And that's where I kind of get lost myself too. Like I want to give a good positive message for sure, but I don't even know like how to do it.
You gotta love yourself first.
Like I know I'm doing something, but it's just like I wanna, I guess, find myself and give it my all. Like actually,
I'm gonna take that back. You don't gotta love yourself first. You gotta love yourself, most importantly. But before I love myself, I still love the world. I still help the world. I still decided to, even when I was like the worst, I was like, you know what? Faded. What I've seen you accomplish in your thing, you sparked a whole new light in me.
Yo, what's up? You're on the Straight Faded Podcast. I'm Anthony Campos, aka Big Citric. And make sure to check me out at bigcitric.com. I do acting and stand-up comedy, so you never know when you might catch me at a city near you. Wait. Straight Faded, dog is.
like you got the talent. It's just like you're like a, I feel you're like one of the top radio host personality. Like one
Dude, I
in
am.
LA. Yeah.
I am.
And I'm just mad you never put my songs on your show, so I ain't saying.
Good
No, but
diffuser. Yay, finally good.
no,
Yeah,
but
you know what? I am gonna put your music on my show.
no, but it's not even about that. Like I just
No.
personally like even if you'd even have to do that to to tell you.
You
But
know what?
that's
I
why I
get a
brought you
lot
in.
of shit. Like a lot of people come and they're like, Mary, put my shit on, and I'm like trying to help out everybody, and then it's like, I put their shit on, and they bring me some fucked up shit. Like, and I'm like, when you come to me, you come prepared, and that's the Mary Alex people like.
And that's dope too. That I saw that you are like you like being planned. You like being on it. You like being perfect type of stuff. Like you like.
You come to me, you come prepared. Because I'm a roast you. I'm a school you. Your song is whack. I'm gonna be like, boy, you better Like, and you know, it's funny because I don't know the terms and shit. Like, I'm not fully aware I'm producing words. And
Yeah,
I'm like, that shit is whack.
yeah.
Like, you need to fix it. Or I'll be like, and it's fucked up, right? Because, like,
No,
I
because
want
you're
to
being
inspire
honest though, because you're the one playing it. It's kind of like you're co-signing somebody, so you gotta be like,
yeah, and then I'm gonna play your whack ass shit on my radio, and then everybody's like, I leave 5% of my viewers.
exactly. And I see a lot. You got a couple good following, like they
Bro,
stand with you.
our following is so fire. We've had following for like, our following is fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about who I am. Our fucking radio show is the shit. But also a lot of it went when I stopped doing it. Everybody's like, Mary, you're not doing it anymore. What's up? So I'm happy that you got me on here because you know what you're doing. Like, and I'm watching you and I'm like, this used to be Mary. I don't want you to feel unmotivated. I don't want you to feel like, oh, you ain't, you know, you're doing it, dude, and keep doing it. And like, even when you feel the lowest, do it. I'm taking a break for me. That's me. I'm coming back now for me. That's me. Do everything on your own time. Do everything right.
Then your bounce back, I feel it's gonna be way better. It's gonna be a blessing.
Bounce. I like, you know what? Yeah, I did bounce back. I want everybody to know that, like, it was hard when I lost my sister. So rest in peace to my sister.
Rest in peace.
And, you know, and if you're having drug problems or suicidal problems, please I wouldn't say contact help. Like, I'm very, like, political. Like, I don't know if I believe in all the rehab centers.
Yeah,
Find yourself a good supportive system.
I feel the same. I feel like there's no point of going through that. I don't know.
They're just fucking gonna pack you in there, shoot you up some more, and see you later, bro. You know, find yourself a supportive system. And all the people out there who are like, oh, my dad's this, my brother's this, listen to them. They just want you to listen to them. So, you know, if you're out there, you know, and you're going through some problems, you know, make sure you just hit up prevention lines. I think prevention lines, they help. There's just random people who want to help. They're like random volunteers from the world. They'll listen to you.
Speaking of random, when we're talking about your Instagram got hacked. How'd that happen?
Me, okay.
Well, prior to that, I thought she was fake. when I was talking to her, I was like,
you guys, you don't even want to know. He called me prior to the interview, and he's like, I just want to know if you're a real Mary Alex, because I'm gonna believe you. Because I only got like 2 pictures up. You guys,
yeah, and
so
I had the other
up.
page with more followers. So I was like, what's going on here? You only had like 1 picture.
And then I deleted the old picture that I had, so it was even more sketchy. And then I just put up the flyer. So it really looked even sketchy. It looked like someone just stole all my shit.
What happened with
that? You want the truth? The semi-truth? Or the radio truth?
Then I have people ask me that. I'm going to tell them what I tell them. But usually I tell them both. So I want all 3 versions now.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it simple and short. I was not all myself. I was also drinking a lot, so I was like not all there. I wasn't like the best. It's going through a lot, honestly. It's freaking going through a lot. And my phone, I don't know, it started acting up. And either I glitched it out and it was just acting funny, but dude,
you couldn't get back in after.
Nah, it wasn't that. I was fighting with another person on my phone.
Damn. So Mary Alex versus Mary Alex type of shit.
I was just talking to my homeboy Messi. Shout out to Messi. FTP. What's up, Messi? He's a director. We were just talking about doing some comedy skits like that, like Mary versus Mary, Mary's missing, like a whole bunch of shit. But
we're talking about that. You get into comedy?
Yeah, we're getting into comedy. But wait, back to getting hacked. So my phone started getting hacked, and while I was on my phone on some scary shit, I was on my phone, and while I'm on my phone, I'm battling someone who's on another monitor getting into me. So when I go to Little Faded, he gets out a little faded. I go back to Little Faded, he gets out a little faded. He's trying to sign out of my shit. I'm like literally freaking, and this is the fucking crazy part. I'm literally double pressing my phone and holding so he can't get out on his side.
So he took
Dude.
over though.
The whole phone, bro. When I'm telling you, I have patience. Been through some fucked up shit, Faded. I have patience, dude. Like, my patience is like forever. You can fucking sock me a million times and I'm gonna be like, still love you, bro. It's okay. God's gonna be okay. God's gonna get you back. I know you're just hurt, bro. Fucking dead bloody, you know? Like, metaphorically, it could be like that. And I'm just gonna be like, I love you, bro. You know? But I was really having patience. By the end of it, I had to listen to me. Okay? I'm come from broke shit. So when I get shit, it's my shit. Like, don't touch it. Don't look at it.
Mhm.
Because siento así siento, like, it's mine. So when people come in my life and they fuck with my head and they make me feel crazy after I'm already going through mental illness, me pongo más crazy, you know? So I had like a better version iWatch than this, a lower version iPhone. I had like all these iProducts, whatever. They were just glitchy. I took them to iProducts. They didn't do shit. They were making me go back and forth for 3 months. I'm fighting with this fucking idiot on my phone, right? Just
So what was going on? Like, who was it? You find out, or you still trying to get it back?
look. We can conspiracize on the 3 people I know and who think it is. But I don't want to get into that because I don't want no problems. I don't want to go through this again. That it was the worst, getting hacked.
Yeah, for sure. 'Cause I got
Whether
hacked
it was
before,
some
too.
guy from Hindu or the 3 people that I really think it was and know it was, I just don't want to get into it. It was fucking hectic. It was bad. I was getting so mad to the point where I launched all my shit to the wall. Smashed it, broke it, cracked it. Like, I'm talking about screw driving. I was literally on the floor crying. And let me tell you something, this Faded. On the floor crying, shiveling my shit. let me tell you something. I got to the point where I looked up and I was like, God, what am I doing? Tripping over social? So for 3 months, bro, no one heard of me. No phone, no laptop. Nobody could contact me. Those people who could show up to my house were the people who knew where I lived. I was gone out the fucking universe. Nobody seen, heard. Everybody's calling people like, you see Mary Alex? You see Mary Alex? So
What were you doing, just?
I was just meditating.
Yeah.
I was going through a bad breakup. I was alone. It was Christmas, Thanksgiving. It was everything. My family was out of town. It was just the fucking loneliest time, but I needed it. I sat there literally on an air mattress because I was moving out of an apartment. I was in an air mattress. It was just me, an air mattress. That's it. A little desk. Crazy solitude for 3 fucking months. Maybe 4. Maybe more.
Who were some of the people that were there to help you? Like, to help
Nobody.
You?
Nobody showed up. My family showed up a couple times, and not to like disrespect my family. They got their own shit. They got their own problems. What did I do? It's about what did I do? Yes, I wish my family pulled up more and like really like hugged me and was like, I know you're going through some shit. But they weren't because they were going through the same shit I was. So I just sat there by myself, cried, fucking days. I cried. I
You
didn't
really
eat.
hard on yourself, huh?
I was so hard. I cried for days. Then finally I got up. I was like, I got up like little Bambi. Ahí estaba.
Like Berlin.
I want a cup of noodles. Comí un cup of noodles and I was like, I'm leaving this place. Packed up the little like air mattress.
So
Left the
you were just
place.
in your head then most of the time?
I wasn't living anywhere at the time then. After that I was like, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna fucking do? Swear to God. Like, what am I gonna do? I was sitting in a hotel and I was like, what am I gonna do?
What made you change your plan or your mindset? Because you look pretty, like, you know what you're doing or where you're going.
Because I know who I am. I know that I love myself. And I know that I'm hard on myself, but that's everybody. Everybody has their own harsh on themselves. I love myself. I love myself as much as I hate myself. That's
Kinda
some real
like-
shit.
I feel that's normal, I guess, because kind of like love, hate, or yin yang. It's
No.
balance, right?
No,
That's what we need.
a lot of people hate themselves,
They do.
and I
It's
feel
tough.
like one day I'm gonna get to the point where I don't hate myself at all, because I came from fully hating myself. So no, I don't think that we take the time to love ourselves half and half. I
So we
think we
never heal.
pretend.
So we never. You think we never heal? We don't.
No, because we're happy. Let's fucking chug some drinks and go party. What's happening with this tree over here? Is this real?
It was.
Bro, this is my soul right now. Like, I'm barely watering this. Like, those, y'all gotta see this. It's so funny. We're gonna show this later. Make sure you take a picture and plop it up there in the edit.
Record it before you leave. Like, permit.
Okay, so, yeah, that's like my soul right there. That's what I had to do. I had to feed it water. And I sat there and I cried and I got up finally, was like, had no place to live, and I was like, I don't want to be here again. Probably had hit low bar, not as low as what I've been through prior to that. I would do some like beyond this world. I'm not gonna talk about it. So I was just like, well, I already been through something worse than this.
Wait, you meant alien, right?
Yeah, just like I was just like, you know what, I'm done being nobody. I want to love me and be somebody. So then I was like, well, it's time to work. So started hustling. Then you came in, and I was like,
Because you do a lot. You have different hustles, you could say.
yeah, but you're showing me that I'm missing out on the one that I really am the most. The one I love the most. Where we belong.
It's
And I'm
crazy
saying we because you belong here too.
No, that I'm saying it's crazy because sometimes we don't see it. Because, like, my next question is, like, how was it working at iHeartRadio? Because that's a big radio. Platform, exactly. That's a big platform. And you being there since pretty much the get-go?
Prior to that, I did a 106. Not a build where 106 building is, but it was a 106. No, it was like 107 point something FM. It was a channel. I did another internship. I only did it for a couple months.
How does that work? How you get those internships? How you
I met this guy on Instagram actually, and this is why I like being on Instagram and Twitter and all that. The only reason is because you can meet people. I'm not a big Twitter fan. I don't even know why I said that. That was stupid.
No, a lot of people tell me
But
about Twitter
Instagram,
being
I
a
met
big
him on
platform,
Instagram when I was starting to host, and he was like, "Come in." I did it, and that is what really sparked when I was doing the Snoop Dogg show in Long Beach. Shout out to LBC. That's where all my family's at. When it really sparked my whole thing, where he was like, "Come intern at my show," which is now the radio show.
So that's like a big station. I'm saying,
And
like,
then we got iHeart.
popping.
Yeah. Well, iHeart got us popping. Like, took us, and we were like, okay, well, we're gonna work with you. We also got DJ Charlie in Arizona. DJ Charlie, when I met him, he was young. He was like 17, 16. He flew out all the way from Arizona to work with us. He's been with the radio show with us since then.
That's
He's
the name of the show?
the radio show.
Like, how that came about? You were part of it since the beginning?
No, actually, the owner, which is Dundee and MD, they both were doing it. And then they got me, and then it was just us three. And he's been doing it for a long time.
Are they still doing it since you were gone? You said you were...
Oh yeah, he's still doing it. We still do it. You know, I
going?
just don't talk on it anymore.
Hmm.
I mean, if I call right now, I can be on the next episode, the next episode, the next episode.
You thinking of going back?
Yeah, because of you. That's crazy is what I'm trying to say. Like, you make me want to re-tap into the opportunities that I thought I didn't want to be about.
You have a lot of, like, you could say you have, like, a lot of blessings coming for you. You're gonna go somewhere. I know.
I want to change the world, but I just don't want to just focus on music. I want to I want to go to like villages and like help children who are like in different countries, and I want to stay there for like months and like bring all kind of stuff. And I don't want to just be here in a box. My whole life's a box. Like the fact that you were like, I'm gonna step out of music and do podcasts. Like I'm telling you, I was going through your shows and I was like, I'm gonna be honest. When I first went through your stuff, I was like, I threw it down. I didn't look at it. I just saw it and I was like, I don't want to do it yet. Because I don't think I was ready to tap into the fact that I missed that part of me.
Yeah, cause we kind of like it for a while, probably like 2 weeks prior to that, but it was like perfect timing today.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And then we booked, which then Vegas happened and business happened, and I was like, well, I didn't message you back for a minute. Did you remember that?
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Like it took us a while.
I was scared.
Like she probably, yeah, I'm like she probably want to.
And then I re-went on your shit, and I was like, this guy inspires me. Like, I want to do this show, and he's like, do it. He like kicked my back. I fell down the stairs, and he's like, see you later. And I was like, can I come back up? I don't want to go out the door yet, which is metaphorically speaking, the door's open. It's opportunity to go, Light's already shining, and I want to run back upstairs to safety. He's like, well, why you want to be a bum? Don't be a bum, Mary. Mary's not a bum. And I think that's something we should say to everybody. So, Faded, you're not a bum, bro. Like, as much unhappiness as we go through, like, you really, really, it's different being here. Yeah. I'm so overwhelmed right now. Like that, like, I can't even be funny because I'm like, my life is flashing through my eyes.
Yeah, that's why it's crazy. Cause
my life is flashing through my eyes.
I thought I was going to be more nervous because you got more experience doing this in a way. Because you're like I said,
radio's different.
No, I'm saying, like, what do you think is the difference with the radio and podcasting? If you could give me some tips, because it's my first time using the headphones too, and I know that's what you guys do on the radio.
Yeah, we listen to, the sounds, the cues that are going on. We bounce off each other.
But other people handle those stuff. Right?
Everybody has their own part, absolutely. Got my cameraman, shout out to Nitro G's. We got my sound man, which is obviously my main board man and our main co-host, which is Dundee. Then you got me, which is Mary Alex, and they got MD on the side. Then we also have other people who come in and do other stuff sometimes. Marketers, promoters, stuff like that. But usually it's just us. We know where our cues are. So he has his soundboard. We have our laptops. Everything that we have set up, microphones. On the bottom of our microphones right here, we have our volumes and like how we can edit our sound.
Let's say have you done live radio and somebody
everything is live.
So let's say somebody calls and they say like a bad word. How you guys manage that?
We were like, whoa, you can't cuss because we get fined.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you guys know? Like,
we have to like. That's the thing about our master like man on the front right here on the soundboard. Like,
so they got like
it'll be like us two, and then like see where our camera's at right now. That's where another guy is. So that guy, he's the masterboard. He knows when someone's gonna be like, "What?" Once he hears that F, because I'm gonna wait for him. Like, whoa, I wait 1 second, but he'll be 1 second ahead of me, and then he'll be like, "Bleep, bleep, bleep," and then we'll just be like, "Hey, you can't cuss on here," because people think we're independent radio.
Yeah.
So. Independent hip hop, it's like raw, dirty. No,
that's another thing.
You can't cuss on the radio.
You guys take only clean music?
Yeah, we only take clean music. So
now I'm gonna tell you, probably that's what you didn't play my song back then. I was saying,
yeah. So send your clean music to the radio show LA at gmail.com / it's Mary Alex.
So some of the artists that you have played and you pretty much broke them off or like kind of popular.
Good question. Good question. There's this little boy one time we had. I don't remember his name. This little boy we had, and in my 10 years of doing radio, I've never seen a little kid on my show.
Like super young, like little
I'm
kid.
talking about 12, 13 years old, and a little kid. A good boxer, too. So he started rapping, and I was like, talented kid. And I just out here, like, I'm sitting here now at the law, just like in the blue. And we did him, and he's just doing a lot of shit now. I think I seen him in a commercial not that long ago. I was watching some YouTube stuff on him, and I was like, that's the kid that was on the, he's doing some boxing. So I don't think it's because of us, but I think because we network in big places, you get big opportunities.
And what do you do when you said that you do production managing?
Yeah, so I production management. So I like doing movies and recreating scenes.
So like
and
you direct?
I don't direct. I'm more product. I do the production. So I'll set up your green screen. I'll set up your behind the scenes. I'll help you run your show.
Oh, okay, like the background setup and all that.
I'll
Okay.
help you do all your type of production. You need a little hat with kitty ears? I got your little hat with kitty ears. You need a tree with no leaves? There's a tree with no leaves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like shit like that. Like,
And so you're an artist painter too? That's like your hobby?
yeah, I like to paint. I mean, when I was in high school, I had this really attractive teacher, Mr. Navarro. Don't come for me, Mr. Navarro. And of course, I was high school student. Like, he's so attractive. So, like, it's funny what gives me inspiration. Sometimes it's a cute boy. Sometimes it's a painting. Sometimes it's a radio host. I just wasn't supposed to take the class. Ended up staying for that person. Like, just it's a cool, cute teacher. Great, boring. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever. I learned a lot of great shit. I drew like this sick ass LeBron shoe. For our senior project, we had to recreate a shoe of any kind in the sky.
So what's your favorite type of paint to draw?
I like
Portraits?
to. No. I like. I just like getting a canvas and finding people's creations, and I like to recreate. I love to recreate stuff. That's my big thing. Recreation on everything, music videos, all that stuff. I love to recreate
Oh,
it.
you know how to direct music videos? Have you shot music video?
I can shoot. I know how to use cameras.
Are
I
you good
love
with the
camera
camera?
work. I'm really good with the camera. And whether it's on my iPhone, I watch anything. Give me any camera and
Same.
your pictures will look like a photographer
I
walked in.
saw a
and
couple of music videos with iPhone.
Uh-huh.
That looks hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah, like people can produce some crazy shit now, huh?
For sure.
Like just do wild shit with their phones. And like I was watching a video the other day and it was about an Android phone and an iPhone, and they were taking a picture of the moon, and like iPhone couldn't do it, but then Android got so close and got like all the detail of the moon. Yeah, we tried it the other day. It didn't work.
That's fake.
None of us got it.
That's how they get us on
Yeah.
TV.
Uh-huh.
You're a poet too. You like to write? Or you write music?
I do like to write a lot actually. Yeah.
Oh, you got some bars or what?
Let me see what I got. I love to write. I think writing is very important. My whole life, I love to write stories and like all kind of like. I'm very inventive, imaginative. I want to write kids stories.
Oh.
I want to
Like
do a lot
books?
of stuff. Yeah, I also want to write jokes. I want to write kids stories.
When you're doing your first stand up?
I'm working on Kill Tony special right now. I want to be a comedian. So that's another thing why I stopped music.
You should probably do a couple.
I'm funny. I know our podcast so far has been serious, but
Yeah.
I do. I want to do comedy. I think I'm funny, and I think I have this pizzazz, and I want to do it. So like, you want me to tell you some jokes?
Yeah. What you got?
All right. All right. Let me see. So people always be like, oh, like growing up, we used to make fun of our parents and stuff for speaking, like Spanglish and English. Like I used to make fun of my friends who would come to this country and then try to speak English because they would speak Spanglish. So a lot of my friends grew up and they were like being dumb. So I'd be like, what are you speaking? ESL? And they'd be like, what is that? I'd be like, estúpido Latino.
Oh, damn.
So,
That's
English that's
second
like,
language, right?
yeah, so like now I tell people, what are you speaking ESL? And people are like, what is that? And then I'll tell them, like, speaking estúpido Latino. It's so dumb. Let's see. I mean, I've never done stand up.
Never?
I never did a show. I'm planning everything on this one show. It's in Texas, by the way.
Oh,
It's in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna stay over there for 2 months, and I'm gonna just buy my tickets to audition for the show, and I'm gonna just buy the highest like ticket I can get to like front row, and I'm gonna just shoot there for 2 months every show that they got.
Damn, that's dope.
So like you want to hear what kind of joke you want to hear?
Oh, what you got? Another one.
I got. My name is Mary. You guys can call me Virgin Mary because I de-virginize these men. Clever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say that one because I want to save some of them for my thing. Let's see what else.
How do you come up like with the joke? Like you just sit down and practice them, or
you know what? What's funny?
Yo, what's up? It's the Bullet, and you tuned in to the Straight Faded Podcast. You already know, bringing you that raw material. And you guys check out my new freestyle, Victory Lap Freestyle, on my IG page on the YouTube. Check it out.
Guys like girls with face down, ass up, but we women like back straight. We like your back straight and dicks in. So
The opposite,
yeah. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why do all Asians have corgis? Like, have you ever seen Asians? They're always like, look at my corgi. Like, why do you guys all have corgis? So this dumb shit. I'm working really just to do that. I want to do comedy. Yeah.
Have you ever interviewed a comedian?
No. Never.
Yeah.
I've done book people, poets, big music people. I mean, I interviewed this guy who was on this CBN one time, like, and CNN one time, but like nobody funny.
Has somebody ever walked out
of our show?
Yeah.
No, but one time I did a really fucked up show.
Who, you?
Yeah.
You
This is why another reason why I try not to drink on shows too much or do too much crazy. One time I got really faded, and I got so drunk when I had just started the radio. I was like pounding because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a great show. And it's like you go into the studio, it's all quiet, it's just us. Anyway, our guest came in, and prior to that week, I was being cocky, and I hit his manager up, and I was like, can't wait to have your guest and being all professional, being the best Mary Alex. Fuck no. Tell me what. Our shows were on Monday, so tell me when we rolled up on Monday, and I was drunk. I drank the whole thing of Captain Morgan. I was like, I'm gonna be fine, dude. I don't know why I thought that I would be fine. I've never done that. I don't know on what day.
So you blacked out?
Bro, blacked out. My show was so fucked. They were all mad at me.
You didn't got canceled?
I got fined so much.
Yeah, how does that work? You keep saying that you get fined for certain things?
You get fined for certain things. You can't.
For being live on the radio? So it was like...
Yeah, I'm live. I can't be drunk and all this smothered out.
But they don't know that because you're not live on video, right?
Yeah, they probably thought I was special or something. Hey, shout out to all my special people. Real special people in my family. Last comedian I saw, he said it was okay. We can make fun of these people. So shout out
I feel a comedian...
And I'm special, so I can make fun of them.
No, I feel like a comedian get those passes.
Yeah.
Because it's like funny.
We
But some people do get mad.
Yeah, some people do get mad. And you know what? There's another thing that, like, I could get very racist with my jokes, but that's just because I'm a fucking brat. Like, I love it. I'm cultural. I love cultural. So I be saying some fucked up shit. Like, like, my sister, she's a lot darker than me.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, dang,
So
you
guys
dark. Yeah, like, I just mess with her. A lot darker. Like, she's like the perfect melanin chocolate milk. Swear to God, she's like chocolate milk. She's like beautiful. My sister Erica, my other sister who passed away, she's pale like me, and my brother's pale like me. My mom's dark, and then all my mom's brothers. My mom has 9 brothers. They're all dark, just straight dark. It's like a shadow, like a straight tunnel. Just it's a tunnel. You look down there, you don't know what the end of the light is. Like, damn, those are all my tios. And you know what's funny is like, it looks like a tunnel. It looks like the lighter tios in the front and the darker tios in the back.
Yeah.
It's just like a little scary down there. Anyway, they're dark, so I always like to make dark jokes.
Now speaking of, you're talking about beauty, like you're into makeup, or was that?
I like doing cosmetology, so I did do my degree for my nails. I want to finish it because I want to open up a barbershop and a salon.
Also, is barbershop and salon?
I want to do I majored in business, so my major is business.
So see, you got a lot of going on. Like, what's going on with you?
I major in business, so my entrepreneurship I haven't really worked on because I need the funds. You can't buy a building without the funds, and you can't buy the funds without being somebody. So I gotta be somebody. So that's where I'm at right now, trying to be somebody. I'm working hard. I'm working on it. I'm like doing a couple of jobs right now, just working on some minimal wage jobs, doing what I gotta do, and just getting through. Just getting through, man.
What problem would you like to see solved in the world?
When your people are on pageants and they're like, I would like to see world peace, and all the girls say the same shit.
What would be yours?
I don't want no more starving kids in the world. I don't want no more fucked up kids. There's kids who are like living the worst. That I would want to stop all abuse to children. Like, I want kids to be okay. I want kids to have a place to eat and a mom and a dad who loves them, and the kids. I want them to be okay. That'd be like my main thing. Fuck you, adults. You can solve it on your own now. No, I'm just kidding.
What personal values are the most important to you?
I'm very, very strong on morals. Like, my daughters know with me, don't test my morals. Like, morals, manners, everything. Like, my values, like, family. Family is very important. You love your family. Don't ever leave them down. Like, you see your family fall, you pick that person up, because at the end of the day, you leave them fall, and guess what happens? The more of you guys start to fall, because you guys are running off the wrong thing. It's about love. So definitely family orientation, like family and manners. I'm all about manners. Like, I'll cuss a lot. I talk a lot of crap, and I'll be rude sometimes, and I'll tell you how it is. But manners, say thank you, please. Appreciate the things that people do for you.
Let's see, another question for you. What do you do to keep on improvising or improving on yourself?
Ooh, good question. Good question, because happy 420, I smoke weed.
Word.
Yeah, I love smoking weed. Like, that's my thing. Like, I stay high on indica. And it's funny because my kid's going to see this later. She's like, damn, my mom was straight faded. Like,
yeah, straight faded.
Listen to me. Don't let me catch you doing weed. Don't let me catch you smoking. No, but I smoke and I drink and I do all these things. So it's like I have to find a balance. So, like, see this thing right here, this jug of water? Every day I fill this thing.
Of Henny?
Yeah, of Hennessy. And I'm like, down this.
So you pound it like once a day or one?
This water, this thing full of water, I make sure I pound it once a day. I try to do something productive, like take a walk. I love taking walks. Like, if you're just, and again, it's a little fucked up because I, smoke a little joint, take a little walk. That's just me. I'm fucked up in the head sometimes.
Nah, it be like that. Like, I've been going to the gym sometimes. Oh, it doesn't look like that. I go to the gym sometimes, but even prior to that, like, I'll take a little dab just to concentrate, and then, okay, I get ready to work out and do whatever I do. But I just be focused, though, like.
I'll take a whole hit for the gym. Like, you know why? I think it's because for some people, smoking does benefit them.
Yeah.
And this goes back to the whole smoking thing. This goes back to the whole smoking thing. I hate that they legalized it in a way. Yeah, it's cool for the people who are going for epilepsy and stuff, but our kids have access to that. And the kids who don't need it are now dumbing themselves down and be like, I need it.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. Like you're supposed to, like me. I only use it like to be creative. I don't know why. Like for me, I gotta hit.
for
I
you.
gotta, huh?
It's for you.
Yeah, like I don't use it like to be dumb or whatever. You know, I just do it to be creative and get on it. So that's what I'm saying. Like I hit and then focus. You know, like I already know what I'm getting into type of stuff. You know, no matter I'm like, okay, let's get drugged
Yeah.
out or whatever.
I can see that because when I smoke, I feel mad creative.
Never.
I can't smoke sativa though, because
Oh no, that
I'm
one
like
gets
on
you like
crack.
more. Yeah, it's more down because I'm on no sativa.
Yeah, on sativa, I feel like crack. I'm like, it's like,
Oh, yeah, because I
wow.
was like more up. Yeah.
I'm crazy. I have to smoke indica because
It's more calmer, huh?
my head is like, there's a whole bunch of little Marys in SpongeBob outfits. And they're running around like crazy, trying to do dumb things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like, Mary! And all the SpongeBobs are like, all right, let's work on assignment number 1.
Yeah, no, because they could get overwhelmed. Like you said, well, I do a lot, and I see you do a lot, so I could feel like worried.
Wait, you're a rapper too, because I didn't check out none of your music. I was
I
checking
started
out
rapping. Yeah.
so I was like, oh shit, he's doing dope shit. But then you rapped, and you were saying that today, and I was like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for me,
you for sure got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I have a lot. So I still got like a clothing brand besides this. I still got like other podcasts besides this.
You're like hating people and spitting bars and trying to love your kid at the same time, huh?
You see how no, exactly. You
That's
see how
some
it
real
could get,
shit.
yeah. So I feel like we could get lost, or like a lot of shit goes in our head that we just gotta calm down. You know, like
You want to know
what's the
something?
first step? What should I do today? Actually, you know, because sometimes that's how I be like, I haven't focused on music, but I be like, I'm gonna do music today, and then photography tomorrow, podcast the next day. Because then sometimes I be stuck in myself, like I don't want to do nothing because I'm gonna put too much energy on this and not on this, or you know, it's like unbalanced.
Do you ever feel that sometimes you're just tired and you're like, I did too much already. I don't want to do nothing because it's too much for me right now. Like I'm tired of everybody, everything.
Yeah, that's the technique.
What do you do? You just
this just try to keep it pushing and see where it goes. Like
that's a good thing. See,
Yeah.
I don't freaking do that, dude. I'm just like, okay, me voy a quedar. Because I'm very scary because
no, like be like that. Like sometimes I just be myself, like, oh, hopefully they cancel on me so I don't have to do it and then take up all this pressure and stress and that's what I thought. I thought I was gonna be nervous, you know. 'Cause I thought you had more experience, so I was like,
the cool thing
Yeah.
is like I'm not nervous now. Like I don't know why that. Like for some reason I'm not nervous right now. Maybe because I took a shot of tequila.
How many? You're like two shots in.
2 shots in. I'm 2 shots in. This is me, and this is my first drink. You see those stupid videos? I hate those videos. And then you see the girls and she's like, and they're like throwing up in the bushes. Oh no!
Do you have a favorite quote?
I do have a favorite quote. Sorry, I'm over here. My piojos, they're getting to me. They're starting to come out. They're like, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
They
Come
don't-
out at night.
Yeah, the piojos. Piojos come
Come
out
out
at
at
night.
Whoop,
Here we-
whoop.
yeah, whoop, whoop. My favorite quote is take time to do things right.
What is that?
And I think Steve Harvey said this because my whole life I spent time doing things reckless and wrong.
But you didn't know.
Yeah, sometimes I did know. Sometimes I did know exactly what I was doing, but I was telling myself I didn't know because I knew if I told myself that, I wasn't going to want to try to probably do it. And I wanted to do that debauchery or good or bad or whatever thing. We know what we're doing. We're smart. Our brains are smart. We sit here and we dumb each other down. We dumb everybody down. So when we're like, oh, you know, We just have this mentality. This quick mentality to just dumb shit down. We're fucking smart. Our brain, you know, they tell you, like, babies, you can teach babies multiple languages at the same time.
Yeah.
So can we. But we're like, oh, it's hard. It's a language. We can learn the same amount of languages as a baby can. And just as fast and just as well. But because this world, just so you can't do it.
No, we don't take time to learn.
So take time to do things right. Take time to learn to do things right.
I saw your quote you had. It was on God's favorite disciple. That's what you said?
Disciple.
Disciple. What does that mean?
My grandma named me. She named me after Mary. And she told my mom that my mom couldn't name me. She was like, God told me to name you Mary. And since I was young, I see dead people.
Yeah.
I'm very spiritual. Me and God, I know there's a God. And I pray and I read the Bible sometimes. And I pray for people. People don't know it. But I pray for people all the time. I teach people pray. One time I went to prison and jail. I was doing some time. And for some dumb shit. Like dumb shit. The first time I went was for parking tickets. When I was 18, I was all pendeja. I thought I was like, oh, these parking tickets are never going to catch up to me. Whatever. I went to Linwood for like 4 or 5 months, I think. 3 or 4 months, I think.
And ticket you had what?
A lot of tickets, like 26 tickets.
What?
It was like 30, maybe 40. I was 18 within the year. I kept parking in the spot. I was like, yeah, these fuckers will never get me. They don't even know what I look like. Literally, like, they don't even know what I look like. I ended up going to Linwood, and the whole time I just got girls to pray for themselves and pray for other people. And not convert themselves. I'm not this crazy girl that's like, oh, I'm Mary. I'll pray for you and make you Catholic or Christian. No, I tell you my testimony. I tell you what God has shown me, what I see. You choose what you want. If I pray and you pray with me, I didn't make you do that. God made you do that. And I'm just a disciple. I'm here to show you God is real. People be taking me as a fool, bro. People be like, Mary's crazy. So I got, like, I would say about 15 to 30 women to start praying. You want to know somebody? I have a friend. She's in the music scene. Her name is Mari. Shout out to Mari, too. When I met her, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because I shouldn't tell nobody's story, but it's a story I need to tell. And I want her to be proud of this story. Do you understand? When I saw her, she used to be on hardcore drugs. Like, now I'm talking about crack cocaine. I'm talking about just drugs, like, just fooling around, party life. Just out there. I went into Linwood. She was like, Mary? And I was like, Mari? This girl has the most sweetest personality in the whole world. She's a great singer. The voice of a God. Let me tell you something. She was in there for months. She was going to be in there a whole other year after I left. Yeah. I was having all these girls pray, and she was my last person I got to. And I told her, let me tell you something. Promise me the moment you get out of here, you'll stay sober. You'll never go back to the life. She started praying with me. She's sober. She's never been back to the life. To this day, she's like 5 years sober, 3 years sober, 4. Went along the range. Got her kids back. She's good. She's happy.
No, you're like that. You ever make something like that happen?
She did it. But I wanted her to know that there was people to support her, that she could do it. Because this world's so fucked up. I didn't do anything. God just asked me to be where I was at, and I did what I felt I needed to do, and that means support my sister, my brother. If you say, you call me right now, Mary, I'm down. I have nothing to eat right now. I'm on my fucking way. I got you a burger. I got you fries. What you need, a sweater? I see bums all on the street all day. I got you. I always tell people, do one good deed a day. That's another favorite quote about Morgan Freeman. He's ever seen that movie, Bruce Almighty?
Yeah.
Okay, there's another one, Evan Almighty, where he builds an ark, right? It's Evan Almighty? Yeah, Evan Almighty. It's about Noah's Ark. It's about this guy the story of Noah's Ark, right? Well, the wife leaves him because she's like, you're being crazy. You're building this ark. He's like growing this beard. And she leaves him. And Morgan Freeman tells her, like, I would be there supporting my husband. She was like, you don't think that guy's crazy? Because Morgan Freeman's playing God in there.
Yeah.
And he's like, crazy? I think he's doing something nobody believes in him. And I think if I was his wife, I'd be up there supporting him right now with his whole family, helping him build that ark, showing them that God's real. She's like tripping because she's the wife.
Yeah.
She ends up leaving and she goes and builds the ark with her husband. She's like, we're here to help you. And all the monkeys, they're like, ah, and they're like carrying the barrels and shit. It's like crazy. Point is, he's like, you know what ACT stands for? Do what? I mean, it was, damn, I don't know the exact quote. Anyway, do one act of kindness a day. So every day you do one act of kindness. You go and you feed a bum. You go and you see someone who's sad, you hug them. Bro, I seen somebody, we were in Vegas. We were drunk as fuck. Some lady was just bawling. And her friend was like, it's okay. I just want to go fucking hug her. I didn't know who she was. I didn't care who she was. But I know that whatever she was going through wasn't okay. Because you're in the middle of fucking Vegas crying. Nobody just does that. If your man's fighting with you, you just leave off mad. I hugged her. I gave her a big hug. And you know what I told her? I was like, whether you believe in God or not, he loves you and everything's going to be okay. Just pray it out. I walked away.
Who's somebody that influenced you and changed your life?
MD, which is the person who asked me to be on the show. If it wasn't for him and my kids, I don't think I'd be here. And that's some real shit. I've hated my life most of my life. Those two people, they bring me happiness. They show me like life is beautiful. You gotta take another quote. You gotta take appreciation in the collateral beauty.
What does that mean?
That means you gotta take appreciation in all the shit that went wrong. You gotta see the beauty in it. So like if your house burned down and let's just fucked uply say your kids died and you had nothing, no food, no nothing. Let's just say, right? Because in the Bibles, there's been some fucked up shit. But you sit there and you're like, I know whatever's gonna happen is gonna become beautiful.
It's kind of like taking an L as a lesson type of mind.
Not even taking an L as a lesson. Sitting back and looking at that L and enjoying it. Like, I know it was fucked up. I don't want to cry there. Maybe I cry a little bit. Maybe I smile a little bit. Maybe I tell a joke. But taking appreciation of the beauty of the fact that my house burned down. Now I got a bigger house. Taking the fact that this fool left me. Now I got someone who appreciates me. Taking the fact that I never thought I would see my daughter and I'm spending every weekend with her.
Yeah, like, I feel like your bounce back or anybody's bounce back, like, that's what's going to be.
I used to think I would cry to my therapist. And I've been in therapy for 10 years. More. Almost 20 probably.
How does that work? Or
Uh,
do they help you?
Yeah, I recommend it. I don't recommend all therapists are good though. Like, I feel like you gotta find someone within your how you grow. And therapy made me realize that even when everything was bad, later in life, I used to tell my therapist, nothing's gonna be okay. I used to have meltdowns, bro. Like ripping off my face, like some horror shit. She's been like, Mary, everything's gonna be okay. Fuck no, nothing was okay at that time. Here we are. Things are so much better. Things are so much better.
That's dope that you're in that type of spirit. And so, like, my last question for you pretty much is gonna be, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Successful and changing the world. I'm going to look back at this podcast and I'm going to thank you because I just want the world to know that I'm coming for them. Like, and I'm going to do anything I can to do it. And everybody's like, it's hard to change the world. But I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's been my goal too. Like I want everybody or the whole world to know your story, and hopefully people could reach out to you and help you out. Like I had got people in the beginning when I started too my podcast. They were getting reached out by other people just because of my podcast itself. Like they were connected with people that they were being helped by or stuff like that.
Networking.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the time to network the people you are inspired by, and you taught me that today, and I'm grateful. And I'm very grateful because you really backed what he's been telling me up, and by coming here, you have backed me up by telling me I shouldn't give up and I should keep going. And I appreciate you.
And
I appreciate this podcast. I enjoy it, and whatever endeavors you got in your life, don't ever fucking quit. Whatever sadness, and like I hope we'll do more podcasts and we'll get into funnier shit and better podcasts. And,
no, for sure we gotta
work
plan
and figure it
something out,
out.
Yeah.
Maybe do more shows and maybe do some cool stuff. So
I'm actually I haven't said it, but I'm getting into the acting too. So hopefully next one we could do
maybe you can be in my new films.
Oh, there you go.
The new Iron Man. No,
There.
I didn't. My joke wasn't quite made up, so that's all I had. But I'm glad you laughed because.
No, but thank you for pulling up. Hopefully we do more podcasts. Hopefully you keep on going and reach your goals and be successful.
Yeah, happy birthday to your.
Happy birthday to my son.
Happy
Eric.
birthday to your son.
420.
420.
Yeah.
Hey, little boy, when you grow up, you're gonna have the best birthday in the world. And just know your dad's the best, and keep striving. He's gonna see this one day.
Thank you, and blessings and everything. For
No,
you.
man, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It's Mary Alex. It's been a pleasure being on Straight Faded, and I just want to shout out to the radio show. Thank you guys for just fucking holding me down for 10 years. They held me down through inconsistency, drunk shows, high shows, and then consistent Mary. So that all the way brought me back to here. So it's Mary Alex. I'm happy to be here.
Your boy Leo Faded, and we out.
And we out.